And the beauty of working with these clients is when we finish the calls, the passion that had come back, the little buzz, you follow the buzz, it's your soul's way of pulling you to clear the space where we feel so dysregulated. So we can then re-regulate ourselves by scrolling or doing nothing or getting rid of people. Do you feel like you're waiting for stuff to get better? Hey, it's Mel from Mel Ryan 100% You, and that has been our theme for this week. I have seen a few more clients this week, and the theme that is coming in is we're stuck. Feel like we're in a pause and we can't really do anything to get out of it. So we're waiting for someone else to get better, or we're waiting for our finances to change, or an opportunity at work to change, or a partner to finish what they're doing and then come back to our team to make things work. There's a real defeatedness and a real feeling of being helpless and just waiting for things to, it's not even unfold, it's shift dramatically so you can feel like it's going to be okay again. And the trouble with that is we're left with that nothingness, that in the meantime, while we're waiting, what do we do in that space? And the bigger that gets, the more frustrated and disillusioned that we get. We'll come back to that in a sec, because the other pattern that I've noticed this week is the pattern that we're met with doing something the old way that we would have done it in the past continuously. It's just what we do. But there's a feeling in our aura, it's not right anymore. It doesn't feel right. We want to pause it or stop it, but we don't know how to do it. So in that, we're stuck in the shoulds and the have tos and the expectations and the way our roles have been set up in life. And yet when it comes back to us being able to listen to that, we've been automated in our jobs and what we're doing and how we respond. And it doesn't feel like that is supporting us anymore. And so there's a big shift, and it's like the void. We're kind of in the nothing space where we're not doing the big things to shift it, but we're noticing that we feel really uncomfortable, and we're noticing that it's not okay for us anymore. So when we come back to the waiting, the beautiful part of the in the meantime, and this has been incredible in working with clients, you see that shift where they're sitting there going, okay, I have to wait until someone gets better, or until this opportunity happens, or someone else gets a job, or my partner does this. But in the meantime, the beauty of that, you're in it. And so it isn't true that we're trapped and frustrated in that. The truth in that is there is this magic space that we can do something with. And whether that be reassess, re-look at things, it's the shift of the power is beginning to come back to us, yourself, that you, exactly what you need to be looking at and doing right now. And we're kind of almost sick of waiting for someone else to make it better. We didn't realize that we could step into that power and change some things for ourselves. And that's been a big thing this week in holding the space for people to work out, hang on a minute, and let me just reframe this, because when I reframe it, there's some threads in there that I see I can do. I'm really good at this. I could try this. In the meantime, I could research this or learn this or support my body in this way, or try something new, do something different. And so what we're doing is we're putting back the power into the space that felt like the void. We're bringing you back into, hey, there's solutions for you in here. There's answer and there's a path for you. And it might not be what you thought it would be, but we need to hold the space to introduce a new thought and new space and let some excitement in. And the beauty of working with these clients is when we finish the calls, the passion that had come back, the little buzz, you follow the buzz, it's your soul's way of pulling you. It's like we disconnected from that and we're just waiting for someone else to kind of tell us what we're doing next. And when we reconnect ourselves to our soul story and what we're working on and what our soul wants, there's a buzz, there's a passion, there's an excitement for life. And it feels like, as so many people have said this week, I feel like it's winter already. And I know the weather's beautiful and everything here, but the exhaustion and the defeatedness is that real oppressive feeling. And so what we're doing is we're going, hey, let's pause, because we're literally doing old patterns, and step out to go, what is it that you can do? What is it that can be a little change for you, or something that you need, or something that gives you passion? Is it going to light you up? when we're not in the space that lights us up, when we're not following the buzz, when we're not connected to ourselves, because we're stuck waiting for other people to fix things or the world to change or answers to come about, we get in that checkout space that we don't participate in life anymore. And if you think about it, I worked with a lot of people this week that, like, I was just waiting for everyone to go away so I could just smash a Netflix series, or I could, just sit on my phone so we can re-regulate ourselves, to clear the space where we feel so dysregulated, so we can then re-regulate ourselves by scrolling or doing nothing or getting rid of people. And while that's a pattern, it's been an old pattern, we've all done it, and I'm sure you're nodding going, yes, I do that. What if we could do it in the time? What if you could do it surrounded by people, or the busyness of work, or the busyness of your kids, or life, or uni, or study, or whatever is going on for you? Instead of, we do the check in, let's do all this stuff, and then we check out, and then we try and put ourselves back together, and then we come back in and we, go in life again, and then we have to check out and try and fill ourselves up again. What if that's not actually the way that we're meant to do it? And so I want to leave you with that, because we think this is normal, and that's not okay. We are missing being able to have that buzz and joy and self-regulation and excitement and self-assurance and all of that we need in the moment of life, instead of this in and out and in and out and in and out. And so that's what lots of people are working on. That's what's coming up this week. So the question, I suppose, is, are we going to keep doing it the old way, or are we going to look at a new way that we can come back and support ourselves totally differently? So that's me this week. Don't forget, there's some pretty exciting things on the menu with me. There is a retreat where we're going to unpack all of your story to help you understand how to support yourself and why you do the things you do, so you can look at it in a fresh set of eyes and just see yourself with so much beautiful awe and compassion. There's a whole bunch of workshops that are available to help you go through and do things at your own pace if you want to have a deep dive into understanding yourself a bit better. And there's something new I'm working on, which is Life Unpacked with Mel session, which is a super deep dive into really setting up the foundation before we go into the workshops to help you really understand you and what you're working on. So lots of good things coming up. So I hope you have a beautiful week, and I will see you all next week.